Hey guys, and welcome to Subnautica. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how to get into the Aurora, how to fix the reactor, as well as how to find all the loot, the secret room, and all the golds. So first though, I want to show you guys which stuff I'd recommend bringing. So considering the huge amount of stuff that you can bring, there's a couple things I would and would not recommend bringing. The only three main things you need really are the fire extinguisher, the repair tool, and the laser cutter. And then obviously the radiation suit. Other than that, I wouldn't bring too much. So I wouldn't bring extra water. I would, however, kind of eat your fill before you leave. So, just going to quickly do that. But everything else, I wouldn't recommend bringing. The reason we're not bringing food is there's tons of food on the Aurora. So bringing food is kind of a waste of space. So we don't need a propulsion cannon, and we definitely don't need the sea glide. So they just take up so much space. The propulsion cannon is noted that you need it, but you actually don't. There's one area, it's so easy to pass. I will point it out. I'm like bringing 2 fire extinguishers, just because I'm a little bit uppity and I don't like running all the way back here. Don't need the air bladder. You don't actually need even an extra battery. There's tons of batteries on the ship, so another thing you do not need. So the other thing I'd like to point out is always make sure you're wearing your radiation helmet, else you'll have to come back and get it after. So I am bringing a flashlight because it's a lot easier for me to show you some stuff with the flashlight. You do not need to bring it if you don't want to. But also, I didn't mention, but definitely bring the knife. So, the only other recommendation would be if you don't have a sea moth yet, yeah, the rest stuff want. If you do not have a sea moth yet, you probably do want to bring a sea glide. One thing you can actually do is, no, I guess you can't really do that. Most of the time, I always have the sea moth. The sea moth is highly recommended for doing this. So I like to double check kind of my inventory that I got all my stuff, and we'll be off. So we want to head to the rear section of the Aurora. Or sorry, the front section. I always think of this as the front for some reason, but the rear section is guarded by what are they called? Leviathan Reapers? No. Can't remember the exact name, but very powerful Leviathan. Usually I have the name, so, but don't at the moment. So if you don't have all this gear though, as the thing, you cannot collect everything. If you just want to fix the reactor, all you need is the repair tool and the radiation suit. As well as a fire extinguisher. There are fire extinguishers you can find, but the one item we're going to collect requires you to do a little bit of firefighting. So it's really nice to have the extra fire extinguisher if you should need it. Another note is there is one of the life pods right over here. So I believe there's one. Yeah. So this is life pod 4 right here. So I'm going to skip it because that's not really what we're doing. But when you're going, definitely make sure you check out life pod 4. I believe it's set there so you will find it kind of when you go out here. So I also recommend you explore the area around the Aurora, like down here, because it has a lot of really good blueprints. There's even good blueprints along the edge. Just be careful of the Leviathan kind of predators I was mentioning. So we want to go through this big crack.
In this area is dominated by plant life, picking up faint Aurora vehicle signatures. Life form readings in this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours. Warning, ship's structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
So like I said, you'll easily make it through there with the sea moth, otherwise it's not an issue. Most of these just have, I thought most of them just had medkits in them, but maybe they're randomized. Unless I just don't remember that one having a battery. But usually the ones here all have medkits. I actually don't see any. The first time I played, there's a ton of them.
Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Yeah, so this is telling you about kind of those guys. You don't need to put out that fire because we're going along this way. So now I'm curious about the medkits. Really? I must have got just unlucky the last time I did it. Because this whole walkway's new. It wasn't in the game before this newest release. So, but yeah. There's a medkit. So there's an extra fire extinguisher. Okay, so. One thing I recommend do is shoot in the base of the fire. And you can even shoot in small bursts. Then you can kind of see when the fire has been extinguished. Sometimes you'll see little sparks like that. It means the fire still builds up. If you extinguish the fire, it will grow back larger. So you want to make sure you kind of extinguish it before you move on. You don't have to extinguish all of the fires, and it's a good way to kind of waste your extinguishers. See, because there's nothing here. So that's why I recommend for new players to bring in extra extinguishers. See, this one's already half empty. So you're already getting a ton of batteries.
Are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
See, and if you didn't have the propulsion cannon, there is stuff here. So, let's just do this.
Sleep mode, loading voice recognition, engineer Barclay, and chief technology officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
So just for a little bit of information. So this is the administration area. It has a really important thing that we grabbed there. It was from the PDA. So it's here under clues and notes. We have notes to self. The one that's important is the cargo bay. I guess you can't really see it very well because of the fire. But the cargo bay code is 1454. So we go now to cargo bay 3. You can go this way if you have this code. You don't have to go that way, but you also get some more lore about why we want the Aurora. So, okay. So if you had the propulsion cannon, you could push these, grab them and push them away. So I'm not sure how they meant you to do this, but you can actually just run and hop up. Or usually you can. No? Certain. I've done this so many times. No? Come on. There we go. Usually I get it my first try. Every other time I got it on my first try. But if you are having difficulty, you can also drop from up there. So, similar kind of thing. You do have to kind of be careful of the fire, because the fire will kill you in seconds, but no. I didn't do a good service of it, but you can put out that fire and quickly kind of do it. So, if you want to bring your propulsion cannon, it's definitely fine, but I just recommend hopping it. It's definitely the easiest way. So, we go, use our code 1454.
Scans of damaged to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
So we can open the door. Okay. So you can explore these areas, and that's the other reason to bring other fire extinguishers if you want to explore them. That area does not have any additional items in it. Okay? But anytime you see a kind of piece of furniture you haven't scanned yet, I recommend scanning it. But most of this area doesn't have anything for blueprints or anything. So you can look around, but there's nothing. It's pretty dead. So this is just more story information for you. So nutrient block, 75 food, and that's why I didn't recommend bringing any food with you, because a nutrient block is a whole 75 food. So Cyclops engine fragment. So I guess I kind of lied about the small ones, but there are a couple big ones that have stuff in it, so you can kind of explore, but just to kind of show you guys. Not too much. I believe that's kind of one of the few ones, but we'll continue down.
Yeah.
You can get hurt because you have so many medkits to use up. You have so many medkits that, like, you're not even worried about it. Okay. So, whenever you see a biter, I'm actually going to move it over. Oh, and there's a poster on the wall there. I don't know if you saw me grab it. You can just chop up these biters if you would like. But otherwise, leave them. So, there's the drive room. So, just get out your repair tool. And repair it. So, I believe this is the one where if you haven't done the Seamoth, you can actually get the full Seamoth here. Because there's one there. Or is it just 2 pieces? Can't remember. I guess it's just 2 pieces, so you would have needed 1 piece prior. But for the most part in here, I believe it's just the Seamoth deck module. It lets you go deeper in your Seamoth without kind of losing the crush. Plus the 2 Seamoth parts. I'm not going to scan them because you could scan blueprints you already have. Then you just get 2 titanium, which don't really need. So this is just more information about the VR suite. It doesn't actually have any codes or passwords in it. No. And if you get a bleeder, just whack it off with your knife. That's the drive core. We're gonna head over here and kind of complete these areas first. So the cool thing about cutting stuff with the laser cutter is you actually watch, he actually cuts a circle, which is really neat. Without the laser cutter, you wouldn't be able to enter this door at all. So the first thing I thought the first time is you couldn't touch these sides because they'd be too hot and they damage you. You can swim right up to them. It doesn't do any damage at all to you, so swim on right through. So this is the area where it's kind of nice to have your flashlight. It's actually, I felt it was dark the first time I came here. But anyway, this is a very important PDA.
Integrating new PDA.
So it shows you cabin 1's code is 1869. So kind of just grab your batteries. Don't know if we need to repair to right away, but look how much brighter it gets with the flashlight. You can really see a lot better what's all around. So auxiliary mission orders. This one is really interesting. I recommend reading this one. It talks about the gassy and why kind of they stopped above this planet. So that's Aurora auxiliary mission orders. Definitely give that a read. Even pause the video if you want and quickly read it. So other than that, I think there was something in here, wasn't there? No? Okay. Thought there was one more item you could collect in here. Oh, okay, no, it's just this one down here. So, disinfected water is what you use with bleach.
ensure
I
against
believe it gives you more. It gives you
and
30
eventual death.
versus kind of the 25. So we're good. You don't want to waste a whole bunch of battery on your flashlight. So once you have that code, you can kind of advance up and continue on. So kind of made a liar out of me that we didn't need our repair tool. I thought you could get it here without doing this, but you really don't want to stand in fire. I would show you what happens, but you'll literally die in seconds. Fire will absolutely destroy you. So repair that door and head in. So this is where we're going to get some of our good items. So in this item somewhere is the sea moth cargo module. So this is why we brought the extra fire extinguishers, because we want that sea moth cargo module. So it actually kind of rolls around. The reason we have to grab it instead of one use area is it tends to kind of move around. So it's never really in the same spot. So I recommend just kind of spraying around till you find it. It can also help to scan some of the what are they called? Prawn suits. Oops. See, just stepped in it for a fraction of a second. But so make it disappear and make it a little bit easier to kind of look around in the area. So you need to scan 4 prawn suits, I believe, to get the item. So kind of somewhere in there. Okay. So scan prawn suit number 3. Okay. So that's the prawn suit one. See, we're already down to our last fire extinguisher here. But we don't need too much more after this. And I believe there is another fire extinguisher in the base here. But so
The faint black box signature originating on the other side of the hub breach in this room.
okay. Oh, there it is. I thought it was on the ground. Okay. Things change and my memory doesn't always think. So you actually wouldn't need to clear the whole room, but I don't know. Kind of tactile, it's fun to clear it out. So, and there it is. So the second prawn suit you need are here and there. So I recommend scanning this close one. And there you go. So you should have the prawn suit. So this is where we came from. So if you hug this wall, this is the left wall. That's how I think of it. So across on the left wall is where you go. Okay, so you just want to swim through. Keep swimming kind of straight across the wall. Okay, so now right, left, you want to swim left. Okay? And if you swim through here, then you find the secret room. So swim through here. So this is the laboratory. So there's nothing there. You dig to swim down. You connect the black box data,
Integrating new
which
EVA data.
It's a little bit interesting. More lore for you guys. Again, I would read the lore, but it'd take quite a bit of time. So definitely, in terms of making it concise, definitely recommend reading it yourself. So we can cut another hole in this sealed door. And we'll be golden. So that, if it falls like that, you can just push it with your body. So I don't think there's anything over here. Oh no, there's a PDA. Look at me saying there's nothing over here. Code 6483. You're gonna pretty much have to come this way anyway. So, been a while since I did this, so I apologize for kind of some of my forgetfulness. So, grab the battery. I don't think there's anything in there, yeah. So, 6483. There you go. Open the door. So this one has a variety of interesting stuff.
Integrating new PDA data.
Some more interesting lore we can read, but more importantly, it has a number of useful kind of sciencey things, like the large flask. They're not useful for anything, but they're cool cosmetic items you can't get anywhere else. Sample analyzer microscopes, a couple more large flasks. There's a small cylindrical flask there you can make sure to grab. So, again, a lot of the stuff we're going to be finding are cosmetic items, but the cosmetic items you can't get anywhere else. So, I don't think they wanted to hide any blueprints or anything really important in here. I don't know, I lied. This has the repulsion rifle.
New blueprint acquired.
Look at me just talking on my butt and lying to all you guys.
Your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
So that's everything for here. But the repulsion cannon can't be gotten anywhere else. That's just first if you need a little bit more oxygen. So okay. Let's hop up here. Okay. So if you go up here, you can kind of see the kind of other side of the Aurora. There you go. So that is the kind of other way kind of to get in. I believe you can get in this way. Can't always remember. My memory ain't what it used to be, but can kind of see the other side, the way out, but there's nothing kind of interest here. So we will head out of this area. Down and out. So I always get mixed up. The reason my memory is so bad, guys, and I apologize for it, is I played this game for so long over so many patches that all the stuff kind of whooshes together. Because I believe that lab room used to not have a blueprint in there, and my thinking was that in case someone didn't find that room ever, they wouldn't want them to kind of miss out on that item, just because they didn't know that that hidden room was there. So, but it also rewards people for exploring. So it's kind of a 50 of one, 50 of the other. But if we continue our way around here, I believe this is the way it used to go up. Okay, it is. There's another area you could use a propulsion cannon if you wanted to clear that out. But the thing is, a propulsion cannon uses up batteries, and you can just as easily climb up there, no problem. So this is an area we're going to use a majority of our storage. And I'm actually probably not going to carry this many flasks. But we'll see. There's so many items here. So, kind of going to go room by room. So, a lot of these rooms I don't clear up as much fire. Because I don't really need to. So, make sure you scan everything. But you can. See, single wall shelf. A lot of stuff that you don't even suspect to be there is scannable. So. Okay, fire extinguisher. I knew there was another fire extinguisher somewhere in here. Also, we can just drop the fire extinguishers that we're pretty much done with. And the keep calm poster, as well as a PDA. So. This one doesn't have anything important. It just kind of tells you, gives you an idea of what people have been eating. And it's kind of shows that they've been eating the same stuff for weeks and weeks. Like, you'd be so tired of nutrient blocks. So this is an area I usually come to after. But it has just a huge number of nutrient blocks. Has filtered water. A variety of different items. So the reason I come here after is there's so many items that you want to keep. See, our inventory is now full. So I'm just thinking if I ever come back here, I might want some of these items. So, and there's a reason you might be coming back here, and we'll discover that in about 30-40 seconds. And maybe not quite that quick, but anyway. Okay. So cabin 1, there's a code here, but if we go back to, I really like that they put it in codes. Suite offer 1869. There we go. And open the door. So this has a PDA, supplies crate,
integrating new PDA data,
and yeah, the arcade Gorgitory. So it's just a little item for finding this area. There's these carry-all bags as well. They're actually functional storage. Can't remember. Oh wait, do you have to no? Oh yeah, you have to assign it to a click slot. Place it. And then you can use the storage. But you cannot place it and then pick it up. It has to be empty for you to pick it up. So, but there is lots of those, so don't feel like you have to have this password to kind of move on. But so that's that room. Oh, the blue cap. I knew I was missing something. That's why I was kind of going around this room. Is I thought there was 2 items in here. I just couldn't remember where the other one was, and I was just blind. So the funny thing about this hat, it says incompatible with protective environmental suits. So cabin 3, believe these cabins have hilarious things in them. So there's, you can see a picture here. Must be one of the other ones. But you can see more carry-alls here. Can't pick them up because the inventory is full at the moment, but I thought there's posted. Okay, there it is. If you didn't have, so this is Prawn Suit Land. There's also Prawn Suit Sea. So if you wanted a second Prawn Suit poster, you could grab this one. Actually, I'm actually thinking of grabbing it just because the more posters are cool. I enjoy having the posters. I really do. So that's the fully filled one. Oh, this one's done anyway. So now we're at the captain's quarters. So this is the point where I have to give a spoiler warning. So I will put a link up so you can skip this part if you would like to. So anyway, the captain's quarters is an ending game area. You will get the code to the captain's quarters later on in the game. However, if you want to go in there, the code is 2679. You can open the door There's the Aurora miniature, but most importantly, there's this terminal. This terminal has a blueprint for the rocket that you'll use to escape the planet and leave the game. I do not want to click that until I actually get the code myself. So we're going to leave everything here personally, but there's a PDA which explains some information about kind of what happened and why the captain did what he did. But yeah, so that's this area. But I'll be coming back here later. There's also another fire extinguisher here. Okay, continuing on. So if we go the opposite direction, which is this way, we get a couple different cabins. And these are the ones that have the PDAs I find quite funny. So this one's called Relationship Contract Legal Recording.
Listen, I know I don't have the right to make demands of you, but I need you to understand that I want to change our arrangement.
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to respect it. How would you like to change it?
I would like to reduce our contact hours.
How much further can we do that?
To 0.
You're dumping me.
I'm changing the terms of our relationship.
How is it still a relationship if we don't see each other?
It's a relationship of a kind. You have so many expectations.
I feel you just want to spend more time with that dumb guy in his dumb robot suit.
That's not a feeling. It's a judgment. And I feel hostility in what you're saying. Perhaps your jealousy is a sign that you need to take another look at your business model. Why can't you just be happy for me?
I am happy for you, and I'm happy for all the guys in the prawn bay. I'm just not happy for me.
This is why I want to change our arrangement.
I find that funny every time I hear it, but I believe we already got another one.
New blueprint acquired.
There's just a little bit of some information. It must be in one of these ones. There's another kind of funny one about a relationship, I believe. Is it on the other side? Okay, we'll check it out in a second. So what I've been looking for is these posters. If you've been watching, I've been looking at the walls. There's an NS2 poster. Natural Selection 2, for those who aren't fans. It's a previous game made by Unknown Worlds. Very, very well done. It's a kind of RTS, which is what made them really interesting, is they went from like an RTS to this game, which is completely different. Okay. So we are actually missing one poster. I'm gonna grab that nutrient block. Unless I grew out, there should. Okay, we'll quickly run around. Let's see where I possibly missed it. Unless I didn't go into one of these rooms. There should be a, oh, I just didn't grab it here. There should be a Prom Suit C poster. So there you go. I believe that's everything in these rooms. That's all the codes. So that's all the areas. So we're golden. Just checking. Okay, just making sure, but I'm pretty sure that was everything. So now what we want to do is we want to go and actually disable, or rather fix the generator. So we're going to kind of work our way back now. Through the locker room, through the hole. And now we're going to go to drive room. So we actually have lots of space, but if you're, imagine you're carrying the Sea Glide, you're carrying the propulsion cannon, you couldn't have this much stuff. Like, that's a ton of batteries.
Internal damage during collision. Do not attempt repair without appropriate qualifications.
Okay. So this is the drive core. My hint is look where it's actually leaking. They have big hints about the breaches. So we can scan the breaches, and it will talk about how radiation is leaking to the surrounding environment, and it will continue until the breaches are sealed. So if we take our repair tool, we can start to repair. So these take a bit of time to repair, but not too bad. You shouldn't use up even a whole battery, which is why I don't recommend bringing another battery. And we have lots of batteries if anything would ever happen. So also look, there's quite a few biters here as well. So I recommend is kind of look where the breaches are, and you can kind of just head to where the next breach is. So I'm always kind of keep an eye out for biters. I was trying to do that, but this one you can't always. But
further breaches detected.
Sometimes you can swim around and kill the biters, which is what I was talking about earlier, because they'll kind of seem to hunt you out. See, this one's kind of like homing in on me.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
So just kind of bring out your knife and you can just cut them up. That one doesn't have any more breaches. And it will tell you as you repair how many breaches are remaining. But
containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
So we're just looking for the little yellow sparks.
Containment breach repaired.
I was just gonna say, I'm surprised how few biters were being attacked by, but then there's a bunch of them. Oh no, that's a dead one. So you can go for oxygen, kind of here and there. See, there's two biters.
Further breaches detected.
So you can see what I mean about the biters. Oop. I think that biter just ate, or that bleed. Oh, they're bleeders, not biters. Anyway, it just ate the other bleeder. So, but yeah, they're nasty guys. Right. So, okay. No, another one there. See, there's tons of them in here, just swarming with them. Okay. Swim back is a good way to kind of find your breaches. So that's what we're saying, where you could just swim around and kill the biters first. I tend to let them kind of come to me because you usually have lots of health. Your health does recharge over time, but there's also lots of med kits around as well. So how much did I just have one space left. So 2 more breaches. Guess that's on like these back too. There we go. I knew they had to be somewhere here. I can't remember if they're randomly generated or not. But just kind of swim around until you find them all. You kind of just do laps. You should find them not too bad. I'm guessing they're lower because that's the only place it didn't get to. But no. Yeah, see, told you it was lower. Kind of tend to work a top down. You get those 2 at the top. So there you go. So everything will kind of normalize.
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Okay, so the radiation does not cease immediately. Well, I can't even take off my helmet to show you, but there'll still be radiation in this area for 3 days before the radiation totally ceases. So, I would just kind of either keep wearing your radiation suit or just kind of go to other areas. However, it will kind of, the radius will decrease so that you can go to new areas. Oh, there goes another battery. You can go to other areas because it decreases as a radius. So areas that are nearby but not like super close, you can still kind of visit. So see quite a few little areas. Did I eat something and drink something? I must have accidentally double clicked. Not the end of the world though. But anyway guys, that's pretty much all I have to show you. That's all the codes, all the items, and how to fix the reactor. So thanks for coming out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.